Deliverance. We are just 2 away from the finale of series 1 of Blake's 7. This episode was awesome. Firstly, everybody knows that Avon is the greatest character of all time. That's a fact. I checked Google before I did this video. I just said, what is the greatest character of all time? It said Kurt Avon from Blake 7. So that's fact checked. He's just like on fire in this one. They land on this planet. Oh, let me explain. I'm going to talk about I'm so excited. I already started talking about it. We're going to talk about this episode using my space system: story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best you can get. They answer distress call. Storylines 2 out of 2. Boom. They answer distress call. There's this guy, 2 guys. Their ship's going to explode. They're carrying some valuable medical supplies. They crash land, and they're like, you got to get the medical supplies to my father who's dying. And he has something called ORAC, and the Federation's prepared to pay 100 million for ORAC. Out of the 2 guys, one guy's dead. The other guy is barely alive. They take him aboard the Liberator, but Jenna gets left behind, and they have to. So Callie and Blake stay on the Liberator, and the rest go to find her. So again, we've got two separate plots going sort of at the same time. I'm going to give the pacing a 2 out of 2 on this one as well, because it's a nail biter. We have 2 things going on at the same time. And you have this guy saying, look, my father needs to be saved, and I don't care what I got to do. So he's going to take Callie hostage and force the Liberator to leave. But he's like, well, we can't leave our guys there. Cut back to Avon and his people. Jen has been missing. There's like these Neanderthal guys. They've got to rescue her. But if they're staying there too long, they're getting this radiation sickness. So they're staying there. They find this sort of like this kind of like underground installation where these people have been living, and they're waiting for a savior who they believe is Avon. So they believe Avon is their savior. And he is their savior, of course, because he's the best. And they've got this rocket that has all of these like, I don't know, chemicals and embryos and whatever, and they're gonna shoot those off to another planet, and then their race can flourish there. But all their stuff's busted up, and Avon is the only one who knows how to activate it. Gan and Thing help out. There's a lot going on. So 2 out of 2 for story, 2 out of 2 for pacing. There's a lot going on in this episode. There's some of these Blake 7 episodes where you need to do a commentary. I can't just even I'm trying to keep these videos 5-6 minutes. I know you guys don't want to watch like 5 hours of me talking about how awesome this is, but you almost really need to. Like I would do a commentary on this and have to pause as I'm talking, because there's so much good stuff in some of these where like they've just, I feel like this could have been 3 episodes. You know what I mean? Like if you're watching television now, and I'm not going to stay on this topic long. You're watching television now, and it just feels like you watch an episode, you're like, nothing happened, of any show. And then you're like, what am I watching this for? This one, so much is going on. Your mind is spinning. This season is almost over, and it feels like there's been like a massive amount of stuff going on. It's crazy. It's like been this journey. I'm going to give the artistry a 2 out of 2. That sounds crazy, but hear me out. Firstly, there's many locations here. You've got those Neanderthal guys. Okay, fine. So you've got it's not just on the Liberator. You got the Liberator, you got space stuff going on, but you also have them on that other planet, plus the installation. Everything looks pretty good. Music is great. There's a couple of fights. Gan's fighting some guys. That looks pretty decent as well. I'm not reviewing this to put it up against Star Wars or something. I'm reviewing this based on the time period it was made, the budget at their disposal, and shows around that time as well, right? So if you're looking at Doctor Who, which I love, that's my favorite show, it's all comparable, right? Doctor Who is probably, the baby, right? even though they didn't like, BBC didn't like Doctor Who. Those guys were all dicks over there. They don't know good quality TV shows, but they still kept Doctor Who on the air. Well, now it's piss, but back then it was awesome. So anyways, great stuff. Everything looked good. Characters, 2 out of 2. Are you kidding me right now? Like everybody's the best in this show. I like the guy who's trying to get back to his dad. He's like, I want to save my dad. That's what I'm here for. So I like that. I like all the characters. Obviously, Blake's awesome. Avon is friggin' on fire in this episode, and Villa's making fun of it too. He's like, look, this girl's got insane. She thinks you're like some savior. That was awesome. There's a great part where Blake and Avon talk to each other, and he's like, oh, she thought you were the big savior. And he's like, yeah. And then Avon's like, or Blake says, what did it feel like? And Avon says, don't you know? He's like, I do, and I don't like the responsibility either. Really good. Enjoyment factor, 2 out of 2. I'm giving this a 10er. 10 out of 10. Loved it. Damn awesome. Season 1 of Blake 7, or Series 1 of Blake 7, is just like a fire season. It's like 10 out of 10. Spoilers, I love all of Blake 7, even Season 4. But loved this episode. 10 out of 10. One away from the finale. The next episode is Orak. Oh my god, I can't wait to talk about it. So that's it, everybody. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, check out the playlist. Thank you. Until next time.